Ini mang lele chứ. Ini mang lele lah.
Here today on this significant day in the Tibetan calendar, March 10th, the Tibetan Uprising Day. Today marks the 65th anniversary of the Tibetan Uprising Day, and this day is a powerful reminder of the courage, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of the Tibetan brothers and sisters in the quest for justice and freedom. On this day, we commemorate the brave souls who rose up against the CCP's oppression and tyranny, courageously defending the right to preserve the unique culture, heritage, and identity. Our solidarity with the Tibetans inside Tibet, the Hong Kongers, the Taiwanese, and the Uyghurs will remain steadfast, recognizing the immense challenges and hardships faced by them with great determination. Today, as we reflect the sacrifices made by the countless individuals under the CCP regime, let us renew our commitment to the principles of justice, equality, and human rights for all. The struggle for a Tibet that is free is not just a history, but it is an ongoing journey towards liberation and empowerment. Now, without further delay, let us begin this event with a prayer for world peace and for the long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, led by Yishi Gyaltsen, Pasang Lurgu, and Yoten Gyaltsen.
Tibetans surrounded the Nobulinga Palace in Lhasa to prevent this abduction plan. Tensions began to build up, and on March 17, 1959, His Holiness the Dalai Lama left Tibet and sought refuge in India. When the Chinese People's Liberation Army learned of his escape, a full-scale attack on Lhasa city began with the shelling of his summer palace. During the invasion, I want to thank our own Congressman Jim McGovern and Congressman Mike McCall, a Republican leader from Texas, for sponsoring this bill. This bill dismisses the inaccurate accounts of Chinese claim that Tibet has been part of China since ancient times, and empowered the State Department to actively counter China's disinformation about Tibetan history, people, and institutions. This bill is in Senate floor, and I urge our senators, Senator Warren and Senator Ed Markey, to support this bill. I want to conclude here with His Holiness Dalai Lama's Tibetan New Year's message, and I quote, "Despite undergoing great difficulties in exile and living under a powerful communist Chinese regime, the faith and aspiration of our people, the majority of whom are inside Tibet, have remained undiminished while I have been the leader. Although the communist Chinese rulers have wished that we Tibetans forget our religious faith, but we have held on to our own conviction and culture even more firmly. This is good," and I unquote. Thank you, and free Tibet.
This is one of the most important things that I do as a counselor, is to stand with you every March 10th. And then we'll start reading with that. Whereas on March 10th, 2024, whereas in recognition of the importance of the Tibetan Plateau as a source of the eighth largest river system in the world, impacting more than 1 billion people in Asia. China's reckless development policies are devastating Tibet's fragile environment, including major glaciers and rich biodiversity, putting the whole planet at risk. And
I would like to kindly invite our chief guest, Representative Lindsay Dome, to give a speech on today's event.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to keep it brief because I know you have a lot in front of you, and we want to make sure you get to do it while the sun is shining on us. I want to first thank the Regional Tibetan Association not only for making sure that the public music classes, language classes, see so many young people here, and I'm indebted to you for that because that is not only beneficial for our community, but that's really fueling this effort to free Tibet. So thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me today.
Now we will chant some of our slogans that we will be chanting on our way from Amherst to Northampton to walk with Tibet. Long live! Long live! Long live! Tibet belongs to? Tibetans. Tibet belongs to? Tibetans. Tibet is not a
Part of China.
Tibet is not a
Part of China.
What do we want?
We want freedom.
What do we want?
We want freedom.
You right now! You right now! Human rights?
In Tibet.
Human rights?
In Tibet.
Freedom of speech?
In Tibet.
Freedom of speech?
In Tibet.
Stop the torture!
In Tibet.
Stop the torture!
In Tibet.
Stop the killing!
In Tibet.
Stop the killing!
In Tibet.
Release the pension lama now!
Release the pension lama now.
Release the political prisoners now!
Release the prisoners now.
Wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up!
United Nations.
Shame on! Shame on!
Chinese government.
China alive!
Tibet dies.
China alive!
Tibet dies.
China out of Dege now!
China out of Dege now.
China out of Dege now!
China out of Dege now.
Stop the damning in Tibet!
Stop the damning in Tibet.
Stop the damning in Tibet!
Stop the damning in Tibet.
Tibet's river, Asia's lifeline. Tibet's river,
Asia's lifeline.
Tibet's river,
Asia's lifeline.
peace in Tibet.
Peace in the world.
Peace in Tibet.
Peace in the world.
Long live! Long live! Long live! Pregalo! 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 Thank you. Now I would like to invite Vice President Jamba Dokala to give a word of thanks.
Hello everyone, thank you for your support by coming here today on this very crucial moment in the history of Tibet. This is the time to take action now than ever before. As you know, the Chinese Communist government has been trying very hard to eradicate every aspect of Tibetan livelihood inside Tibet, including culture, religion, and language. It has been exactly 75 years since 1949 that Chinese Communist government manipulated and gradually invaded Tibet in 1959. And I would like to thank our special guest, Representative Minting Dome, and Amherst Town Council members in Northampton, in Easthampton, and in Amherst, State Senator Joe Comerford, Representative Lindsay Sabadosa, Northampton City Council President Alex Barrett, Regional Manager for Congressman Jim McGovern, Kobe Gardner-Levan, Western Massachusetts Director for Governor Maura Healey, Kristen Aleko, and East Hampton City Council President Homer Gomez, for all your continued help and kind support throughout the years for Tibet cause. And we hope that you will continue to help and support us in future as well. Thank you very much. Secondly, on behalf of the Regional Tibetan Association of Western Massachusetts board members, I would like to thank each and every member of our Tibetan community gathered here for showing your support and participating in today's event. Lastly, but not the least, on behalf of the region board members, I sincerely would like to thank all the volunteers, including those who made monetary contribution towards visa. And of course, special thank you to Dojila, Sida Jomola, Namgela, Kumsangla families for your lunch today. And thank you to all those who brought teas and snacks as well. Thank you. Finally, on behalf of the region board members, I would like to thank each and everyone else who is present here for showing your support for Tibet. Once again, thank you very much to all for your kind support. With your continued support and voice of the voiceless of Tibetans inside Tibet, we hope and pray that justice will come our way someday, and Tibetans inside Tibet will live in peace and harmony. Peace in Tibet, peace in the world. Long live His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
Long live.
Pegalo.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite everybody up here to have a group picture. And then after this, we will start our walk for Tibet from Amherst to Northampton in a single line, please. Let us join for a quick photo. To those of you who are not able to complete the entire route, there will be rides on the way, so please let us know. Again, everybody, those who are not able to complete the entire walk, there are going to be rides on the way.
के क्या छ त तिम्रो
China lies, Tibetan dies.
long show long show long show long show long show long show long live long live Ready Dakpo Long live! Long live! Turkey Dakpo! Turkey Dakpo! Ina ke ga ina?
In Tibet! In Tibet!
Long show, long show! Long show, long show! Long live! Long live! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! China lies! China lies! China lies! Long live! Long live! Turkey Dakpo! Turkey Dakpo! Stop killing! Stop killing! Stop killing! Long live! Long live! 이게 심어지 뭐래? 니 열어요. 끼 가서 등하도 배고라. 괜찮으리게는. Long live! Long live! Turkey Dakpo! Turkey Dakpo! Stop killing! Stop genocide! Stop torturing! Long live! Long live! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! We want justice!
Human rights!
In Tibet!
Human rights!
In Tibet!
Human rights!
In Tibet! In Tibet! In Tibet! In Tibet.
Part of China. In the country?
Part of China. We want justice. We want justice. Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama. Tibetan. Part of China. Part of China. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice. In Tibet. In Tibet. In Tibet. Long show, long show. In Tibet. In Tibet.
Hey, Jalo.
Tibetan dies.
Tibetan dies. China out of Tibet now. In Tibet. In Tibet. In Tibet. In Tibet.
Tibet belongs to Tibet belongs to Tibet is not. Tibet is not. What do we want?
We want justice.
Жесткий стопчик. Kijesin var yomara, ni yomara. Kije ni dusun. Wall dolles. Now.
Stop genocide! Release, release! Wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up!
United Nations.
Shame on! Shame on! China, right?
Tibet dies.
China, right?
Tibetan dies.
Long live!
Dalai Lama.
Long live! Tibet belongs to? Tibet belongs to? Tibet is not?
Part of China.
Tibet is not?
Part of China.
What do we want?
We want
What do we want?
free Tibet. In Tibet. Ah. Squashy. Finishing it. Come on. Finishing for the. Lắm Kajochi. Kajochi.
Long live!
Dalai Lama.
Long live!
Dalai Lama.
Long live!
Dalai Lama.
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet.
You and no! We want justice! You and no! We want justice! You and no! We want justice! Stop the killing!
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet.
Free
Free
Tibet!
Tibet.
Free
Free
Tibet!
Tibet.
Wake up, wake up! Chinese government! Wake up, wake up!
Chinese government.
Wake up, wake up!
United Nations. United Nations.
We want justice. UN now. We want justice. China lies. Tibet.
Part of China.
Tibet is not.
Part of China.
Tibet is not. Part of China. UN no. We want justice. UN no. We want justice. UN no. We want justice. What we want. In Tibet. Stop genocide. In Tibet. Stop genocide. In Tibet. Stop genocide. In Tibet. UN no. We want justice. UN no.
We want justice.
Shame on, shame on.
Chinese government.
Shame on, shame on. Chinese government. Long live.
Dalai Lama.
Long live.
Dalai Lama.
Tibet belongs to.
Tibet 친구들에게
Tibet
처음이니까 남편이.
주는 주지도 너무 좋아.
지금 무슨 가고 있냐? Tibet dies.想做米，吃西了米干死，干的惨死了似的。啊，对那么些的呀，我都当工作身边说说，查瓦当个老说，啊，这个查瓦当嘛说那么些也不晓得，代表了蒙古的是，但是就白连着有的，因可能做了下拉家的南下，这个Northampton了多，Northampton了 City Hall 了代表家，这个Easthampton了多，那么Easthampton了刚才下拉比这家，家不就那个米西达拍下。就起来。对对。Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama. Tibetan. Part of China. United Nations. United Nations.
진짜 선배들이 죽음도 두제 차고요라 로 투지랑아 코베 안티링한 저기 National Tibetan Association of Massachusetts ki 산내기 표릭 넘버서 창모들이 아주 Amherst네 아니 단다 laws for the community 되네 아주 달라 lunch 취 아니 되네 아주 Northampton 하도야 community and then I was Eastern Jordan, Tirinimote Pe Kitchen Chowre, Pevada, Pevala, Gapionang, Sama, Zambulin, Casa, Kawakasa, Tirinimote, Pe Kitchen Butzini, and Peva Samologi, and Chilola, and then I ran to the Comdula Penny, and Gana Shungla, then we get Tame, Chia the Pe Kitchen Butumudu. 아니 만나 단 믹스기 표가 표현하는 요면 저 빼강에 요래 아니 그런 저기 최동원 저기 믹스기 가쇼다 디 문에기다 셈바 독자 찍찍히니 아니 나란저 벽다 벽 롱베 소소 롱베기 쳐도 아니 딱 가래 뒤즈들래요다 혼주기 깔래게야리 아니 대선자 아니 창말로기 디리니 모델라 쿠르타 바다나니 셈바 딩니 셈슈키니 독자 찍찍나니 창말로기 아니 출로 되니 아니 혼주기 깨갸로치 아니 온디스 부구슈에 아니 벽갸로 아니 갸와이신 고지치다다 때니 아니 벽랑제 뮤도 토메면 예 아니 그제나
Thank you. Out. No.
Chinese government. Chinese government. Chinese government.
Stop the killing!
In Tibet.
Stop the killing!
In Tibet.
Stop the genocide!
In Tibet.
Stop the genocide!
In Tibet.
Stop the torture!
In Tibet.
Stop the torture!
In Tibet.
Wake up!
United Nations.
We want justice. In Tibet. In Tibet. In Tibet. In Tibet. In Tibet. In Tibet. Out. No.
Samae. Out. Now.
Free Tibet. Free Tibet. Free Tibet. In Tibet. In Tibet. Stop the torture! Stop the torture!
In Tibet.
Stop the killing!
In Tibet.
Stop the killing! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Release!
Pension Lama.
Release!
Pension Lama.
Wake up! Wake up!
United Nations.
Shame on!
Chinese government.
Shame on!
Chinese government. Lama.
China out of take it now!
China out of taking now.
China out of take it now!
China out of taking now.
Tibet's rivers! Tibet's rivers! Peace of Tibet! Peace of Tibet! That's Tibet! That's Tibet!
Justice.
What do we want?
We want justice.
UNO!
We want justice.
UNO!
We want justice.
Human rights!
In Tibet.
Human rights!
In Tibet.
Tibet belongs to!
Tibetan.
Tibet belongs to!
Tibetan.
Stop the killing!
In Tibet.
Stop the killing!
In Tibet.
Release!
Pension Lama.
Release!
Pension Lama.
Shame on!
Chinese government.
Shame on!
Chinese government.
China lies!
Tibet lies.
China lies!
Tibet lies.
China!
Pension Lama. UNO.
Long live! Perongse! Perongse! Peggy Tongpo! Peggy Tongpo! Yemi Pene! Yemi Pene! Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Taiwan! Free Taiwan!
Free Taiwan!
Free Hong Kong!
Free Hong Kong!
Free Hong Kong!
Free Hong Kong!
Free East Turkestan!
Free
Free East Turkestan! Free Tibet!
Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
China out of Tibet now!
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 China out of Beijing 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 now!
China out of Tibet 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 now!
China out of Beijing now!
China out of Beijing now!
China out of Beijing now! China, China, China! China, China, China!
Out, out, out!
China, China, China! When?
Now, now, now!
When?
Now, now, now!
Stop the killing! Stop the torture! We want justice! United Nations!
We want justice!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet! No, no, no! No, no, no!
Long live!
Dalai Lama!
Long live!
Dalai Lama!
Long live!
Dalai Lama!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Stop the killing!
In Tibet!
Stop the killing!
In Tibet!
Stop the torture!
In Tibet!
Stop the torture!
In Tibet!
Stop the genocide!
In Tibet!
Stop the genocide! Stop the damning!
In Tibet!
Stop the damning!
In Tibet!
Free 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 Taiwan!
Free Taiwan!
Free Taiwan!
Free Taiwan!
Free Hong Kong!
Free Hong Kong!
Free Hong Kong!
Free Hong Kong!
Free East Turkestan!
Free East Turkestan!
Free East Turkestan!
Free East Turkestan!
Long live!
Dalai Lama!
Long live!
Dalai Lama!
Shame, shame!
China shame!
Shame, shame!
Chinese government!
Shame, shame!
Chinese government!
China out of Tibet now!
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 China out of Beijing now!
China out of Beijing now!
China out of Beijing now!
China out of Gege now.
China, China, China.
Out, out, out.
China, China, China.
Out, out, out.
When, when?
Now, now, now.
When?
Now, now, now. China sing.
Religious right. Stop the genocide. Genocide. We want justice. United Nations.
We want justice.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Reggie Tata.
Baby.
Reggie Tata. Red Mountain. Red Mountain. China. China, China, China. When?
Now, now, now.
When?
Now, now, now.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Stop the killing.
In Tibet.
Stop the killing.
In Tibet.
Stop the killing.
In Tibet.
Stop the torture.
In Tibet.
Stop the torture.
In Tibet.
Stop the genocide.
In Tibet.
Stop the genocide.
In Tibet.
Stop the damming.
In Tibet.
Stop the damming.
In Tibet.
China out of Tibet now.
China out of Tibet now.
China out of Tibet. Tibet. Free Tibet. Free Tibet. Marcha, marcha.
Senchu marcha.
Marcha, marcha.
Senchu marcha.
Peggy Dapu.
Peggy.
Peggy Dapu.
Peggy.
Yama Pene.
Hagyunse.
Yama Pene.
Hagyunse.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Long live
Dalai Lama.
Long live
Dalai Lama.
Tibet belongs to
Tibetans.
Tibet belongs to
Tibetans.
UNO.
We want justice.
UNO.
We want justice.
Freedom of speech.
We want justice.
Religious rights.
In Tibet.
Stop the torture.
In Tibet.
Stop the killing.
In Tibet.
Stop the genocide.
In Tibet.
Wake up, wake up.
UNO.
Wake up, wake up.
UNO.
Free Tibet. Free Tibet. Free Tibet. Marcha, marcha. Semshu marcha. Marcha, marcha.
Semshu marcha.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
Marcha, marcha.
Semshu marcha.
Marcha, marcha.
Semshu marcha.
Tibet belongs to
Tibetans.
Tibet belongs to
Tibetans.
Shame, shame.
Chinese government.
Shame, shame.
Chinese government.
Stop the genocide.
In Tibet.
Stop the genocide.
In Tibet.
Abject His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Over 300,000 Tibetans surrounded and overlead the palace of Lhasa to prevent this abduction plan. Tension began to build up, and on March 17, 1959, His Holiness the Dalai Lama left Tibet and sought refuge in India. When the Chinese People's Liberation Army learned of his escape, a full-scale attack on Lhasa city began with the shelling of his summer palace. During the invasion, countless lost their lives and over 98% of Buddhist monasteries were destroyed. This year also marks the 16th anniversary of 2008 series of large-scale peaceful protest campaign throughout Tibet which were ruthlessly suppressed by Chinese forces. To protest the ongoing brutal rule and systemic destruction of Tibetan culture and identity in occupied Tibet, over 160 Tibetans self-immolated themselves since 2009, calling for freedom in Tibet and the return of His Holiness Dalai Lama. According to the U.S. Department of State, the government of People's Republic of China is engaged in severe repression of Tibet's unique religious, cultural, and linguistic heritage, and is engaged in gross violation of human rights in Tibet, including extrajudicial detention, disappearances, and kills. Mass protests are rare in Tibet due to the occupying Chinese government's extreme punishment for dissenters. However, local Tibetans are distraught that the proposed dam would destroy 6 monasteries in the area, including centuries-old murals. We are deeply concerned about Chinese authorities' apparent disregard of the rights of the local Tibetans. We call on Chinese officials for an immediate release of these detained protesters and call off the dam project without further delay. To all the freedom-loving people of the world who value human rights, justice, and peace, I ask you to stand on the right side of the history, lend your voice to end the human rights violation in Tibet, and support the Tibetan people's movement for the right to live in one's own free country from oppression and discrimination. With that said, I want to acknowledge and thank the people of the city of Northampton and town of Amherst, Easthampton City, for recognizing each March 10 as Tibet Day and flying Tibetan national flag in front of the town and city hall in solidarity of Tibetan people's struggle for their right to freedom. I would also like to acknowledge and welcome that on February 15, 2024, the U.S. Congress passed a bipartisan bill promoting a resolution to Tibet-China Dispute Act with an overwhelming majority. I want to thank our Congressman Jim McGovern and Congressman Mike McCall, a Republican leader from Texas, for sponsoring this bill. This bill dismisses the inaccurate accounts of Chinese claim that Tibet has been part of China since ancient times and empower the State Department to actively counter China's disinformation about Tibet's history, people, and institutions. This bill is in the Senate floor, and I urge our senators, Senator Warren and Senator Ed Markey, to support this bill. I want to conclude here with His Holiness Dalai Lama's the Tibetan New Year's message, and I quote, "Despite undergoing great difficulties in exile and living under a powerful communist Chinese regime, the faith and aspiration of our people, the majority of whom are inside Tibet, have remained undiminished while I have been the leader. Although the communist Chinese rulers have wished that we Tibetans forget our religious faith, we have held on to our conviction and our culture even more firmly." This is good, and I unquote. Thank you, and free Tibet.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here on behalf of Mayor Shera, who sends her regrets. Tibetan National Uprising Day, March 10, 2024. Whereas on March 10, 2024, Tibetans throughout the world were gathered to commemorate the 65th anniversary of the Tibetan National Uprising against the brutal annexation of their country, and pay tribute to more than 1 million Tibetans who lost their lives to our struggle for freedom in Tibet. Whereas the annexation and ongoing suppression of human rights and freedom in Tibet, egregious sinicization of Tibetan Buddhism, and the intentional marginalization of Tibetan culture, language, and identity should continue to be a concern in 2024 in front of Northampton's Memorial Hall. Now therefore I, Mayor Gina Louise Shera, do here from March 10th to March 17th, 2024 to help cultivate awareness among all residents of Northampton. In witness whereof, I have set my hand and have imprinted the seal of the City of Northampton on this 10th day of March 2024.
I would now like to invite Kofi Gardner-Levine, the regional manager for Congressman Jim McGovern, to share his remarks on today's event, followed by a public address with state citation.
There's a risk that comes with people becoming too disillusioned or cynical to continue to fight for what they believe in. And that's why it's so important that we all remember and be inspired by the struggles of the past. 65 years ago, Tibetans rose up in opposition to Chinese rule. Many lost their lives, and His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, and thousands of his followers were forced to flee to India. The Dalai Lama has never been permitted to return to his country. The injustices that caused this rebellion have never been resolved. And yet here you are, continuing to fight for human rights and the dignity of the Tibetan people, of your people. The Tibetan community is a model of resistance and resilience that has inspired the world for so much. Promoting a resolution to the Tibet-China Dispute Act, which is legislation that Congressman McGovern was proud to lead and that the Tibetan community strongly supported. This act makes it clear that the U.S. government has never taken. Congressman McGovern and I share your hope that this legislation will cause the PRC government to start dialogue. But of course, this bill isn't law yet. The Senate has to act in order to send it to President Biden's desk, so I want to echo the comments made earlier that we would urge all of you to contact your senators to see what can be done to make that happen. The Congressman also plans to introduce a resolution soon that the views of the local Tibetan residents are taken into account, in accordance with the provisions and autonomy provided to Tibetans under PRC law. This resolution promotes a new opportunity for advocacy to keep the self-determination of Tibetans front and center with both members of Congress and wants to be wind at your back. And she is here with us in spirit, and she also wants to urge to emphasize the human rights struggles all across the globe. So thank you, Senator.
Can you all hear me? Yeah. Okay, so good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be able to be here with you today and to have heard the good news from Congressman McGovern's office and to have heard the proclamation from Alex Jarrett on behalf of the mayor, because it once again shows that not only do we come here every year, and I think we're coming here for many, many years, haven't we? Not only do we come here though, but real action results from this. You're not just marching in the cold and chanting, but your Congress people, your representatives, your senators, we're listening to you, and we are doing whatever we can. Now, I'm not sure who this child belongs to. Are there parents to this child? I have a beautiful picture of this child because I saw him standing on the steps behind us, and it made me think that while in Tibet, you may not be free to share your culture and your language and to educate your children the way you want. And we hope that that will change soon, and we will fight with you for that. But this child reminded me that this is a place you can do that. We want this to be the little Tibetan community that continues to bring your language and your culture to the lives. And I hope that you will continue to reach out to us so that we can all to support you. This little child gives me hope. I hope that he gives you hope as well. More good news from Congress, and perhaps some real change in Tibet that we can all celebrate. Free Tibet.
Free Tibet.
We call upon the PRC government to allow Tibetans to learn, use, and develop Tibetan as their official language as guaranteed in the Chinese Constitution and law on regional national autonomy. Educational and vocational training centers with Tibetan as the medium of instruction should be restored. Likewise, Tibetan language tests and university entrance exam and government staff recruitment exam must be reintroduced. We call on the PRC government to correctly recognize that these are not only fundamental provisions for the implementation of regional national autonomy, but also the basis for equality and harmony of all nationalities. His Holiness the Dalai Lama has singularly led Tibetans on the path of democracy and established a vibrant democratic system in exile. Therefore, Tibetans living in the free countries have the unavoidable duty to make it robust, efficient, and sustainable. Meanwhile, we have to grasp every opportunity arising from the changing global situation and actions of the Chinese government. We urge all the Tibetans that they must not fail to recognize our opponents and forge unity and make cooperative efforts in the larger interests of at the same time, Tibetans must remain vigilant and confront the PRC government's tactics of infiltration into our exile community and transnational repression. Taking this opportunity, Kasha would like to express its heartfelt gratitude to the government and people of India, United States, and other countries and Tibet supporters around the world who are committed to truth and freedom. As the Tibetan identity is facing distinctual threats, you are our backbone and source of inner strength to keep our struggle for freedom alive. Finally, I may pray for the long life of His Holiness the Dalai. May the truth of Tibet's cause prevail. May the Tibetans in Tibet and those in exile be reunited. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us now sing the March 10th Remembrance Song and learn from
Hallelujah.
Thank you for your support by coming here today on this very crucial moment in the history of Tibet. This is the time to take action now than ever before. As you know, the Chinese Communist government has been trying very hard to eradicate every aspect of Tibetans' livelihood inside Tibet, including culture, religion, and language. It has been exactly 75 years since 1949 that Chinese Communist government manipulated and gradually invaded Tibet in 1959. And our spiritual leader, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, had to flee the country along with many Tibetans and settled in northern part of India as refugees ever since. We thank our Indian brothers and sisters for their unwavering support and kind help for Tibetans in exile for 65 years. His Holiness the Dalai Lama's message, never give up, is one of the most powerful messages, and we Tibetans in exile have not given up our hope, and we will continue to fight for our country. And with your continued help and support, we pray and hope that someday we will win back our country, and may His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama return to our homeland Tibet. With that in mind, first of all, on behalf of the Regional Tibetan Association of Western Massachusetts and Tibetans inside and Tibetans outside of Tibet, I would like to thank Representative Mindy Dome and Amherst Town Council members, State Senator Joe Commemorate, Representative Lindsay Sabadosa, Northampton City Council President Alex Barry, Regional Western Massachusetts Director for Governor Maura Healy, Christine Aleppo, Easthampton City Council President Homer Smith, Representative David Terry, for all your continued help and kind support throughout the years for Tibet cause. And we hope that you will continue to help and support us in future as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Secondly, on behalf of the Regional Tibetan Association of Western Massachusetts board members, I would like to thank each and every member of our Tibetan community gathered here for showing your support and participating in today's event. Lastly, but not the least, on behalf of the Regional Tibetan Association of Western Massachusetts board members, I sincerely would like to thank all the volunteers, including those who made monetary contribution towards pizza, and of course special thanks to Doji Lasila, Jomala, Namgela, Kumsangla families for your lunch today. And thank you to all those who brought teas and snacks as well. Finally, on behalf of the region board members, I would like to thank each and every else harmony. Peace in Tibet, peace in the world. Long live His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama.
Long live His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama.
Hey Gallo. Hey Gallo. Hey Gallo. Thank you so much.
Calendar, March 10th, Tibetan Uprising Day. Today marks the 65th anniversary of Tibetan Uprising Day, and this day is a powerful reminder of the courage, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of the Tibetan brothers and sisters in the quest for justice and freedom. On this day, we commemorate the brave souls who rose up against the CCP's oppression and tyranny, courageously defending their right to preserve the unique culture, heritage, and identity. Our solidarity with the Tibetans inside Tibet, the Hong Kongers, the Taiwanese, and the Uyghurs will remain steadfast, recognizing the immense challenges and hardships faced by them with great determination. Today, as we reflect on the sacrifices made by the countless individuals under the CCP regime, let us renew our commitment to the principles of justice, equality, and human rights for all. The struggle for a free Tibet is not further delayed. We will now raise the Tibetan national flag while singing the Tibetan national anthem. I would like to invite the Easthampton City Council President, Former Gomez, to join the Regional Tibetan Association's President, Tundam Khonsanglat, at the flagpole for the flag raising ceremony.
I just want to say first that Nicole Chapel couldn't make it today. She's out of the state. That's why the reason I'm here. She really wanted to be here. She sent a really good representation for the city. I want to say thank you to Councilor Bennett for participating here today. I just want to say something before we read the proclamation. Keep fighting. Keep fighting because we are going to be with you. March 10, 2024, Tibetans throughout the world will gather to commemorate the 65th anniversary of the Tibetan National Uprising against the brutal annexion of their country and connection of ongoing suppression of human rights and freedom of Tibet, and gracious civilizations of Tibetan Buddhism, and the intentional marginalization of Tibetan language, culture, identity should be continued to be concerned for all freedom, loving people everywhere. And whereas, as many as one over 65 years and refused to negotiate with the Tibetan leaders since 2010, it is important that the new bill, H.R. 533 and S-135, the Promoting a Resolution to the Tibet-China Dispute Act, is passed into law. The Chinese government and demand China to immediately fulfill its human rights obligation in all bilateral and multilateral dialogue and exchange. And whereas the city of Easthampton is home of the small community of Tibetan Americans who have contributed to the diversity of our culture and traditions. And whereas to pay tribute to 154 self-immolate Tibetans among the brave men and women who have given their life for the cause of the freedom of Tibet. Members of the Regional Tibetan Association of Massachusetts, based in Western Mass, will do Walk for Tibet, march from Amherst to Northampton City, and hold flag raising ceremony at 2:30 p.m. on March 10, 2023, in front of the Northampton Memorial Hall. Now, therefore, to be hereby resolved that I, the City Council President and the Mayor of Easthampton City in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, recognize this proclamation by raising the Tibetan national flag from March 10th to March 17, 2024, to help cultivate awareness for all residents of Easthampton. And further, that the City Clerk should cause copy of this proclamation to be sent to the President Biden of the United States of America, Massachusetts Senator Edward Markey, and Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts Representative Richard Neal, Governor Healy of Massachusetts, the United States High Commission of Human Rights, and the PENFA, the President of the Central Tibetan Administration, signed by Omar Gomez, City Council President.
Thank you. We call upon the PRC government to allow Tibetans to learn and develop Tibetan as their official language as guaranteed in the Chinese Constitution and law on the regional and national autonomy. In schools, higher educational and vocational training centers with Tibetan as the medium of instruction should be restored. Likewise, the Tibetan language test in university entrance exam and government staff recruitment exam must be reintroduced. We call on the PRC government to correctly recognize that these are not only fundamental provisions for the implementation of regional national autonomy, but also the basis for equality and harmony of all the nationalities. His Holiness the Dalai Lama has singularly led Tibetans on the path of democracy and established a vibrant democratic system in exile. Therefore, Tibetans living in the free countries have the unavoidable duty to make it robust, efficient, and sustainable. Meanwhile, we have to grasp every opportunities arising from the changing global situation and actions of the Chinese government. We urge all the Tibetans that they must not fail to recognize our opponent and forge unity and make cooperative efforts in the larger interest of our common cause. At the same time, Tibetans must remain vigilant and confront the PRC's government insidious tactics of infiltration into our exile community and transnational repression. Taking this opportunity, the Fashal would like to express its heartfelt gratitude to the governments and people of India, United States, and other countries and Tibet supporters around the world who are committed to truth and freedom. As the Tibetan identity is facing existential threat, you are our backbone and source of inner strength to keep our struggle for freedom alive. Finally, I pray for the long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. May the truth of Tibet's cause prevail. May the Tibetans in Tibet and those in exile be reunited. Thank you, Seldon. Let us now sing the March 10th Remembrance. Kekeluya sumju tesupu, tesupu. Rengadu sumju langule, langule. Keke da soda pisumpe, soda pisumpe. Penjong kawa jidi shemite, pendu chemitu. Kekeluya sumju tesupu. Longo rengadu sumju langule. Sidu mafi tulipe. Oh, Vietnam, given to me. Nita, Tibet, Kekeluya sumju tesupu, tesupu. Rengadu sumju langule, langule. China pinyin jushi, Pao Zhongsu, Nihiri gawa yato. 2日的世界平民和中华的山，华的山，这个给路要去米嘞，去米嘞。
We will continue to fight for our country, and with your continued help and support, we pray and hope that someday we will win back our country, and may His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama return to our homeland, Tibet. On behalf of all the Regional Tibetan Association of Massachusetts and Tibetans inside and outside of Tibet, I would like to thank Easthampton City Council President Homer Gomez for your continued help and kind support throughout the years for Tibet cause, and we hope that you will continue to help and support us in future as well. And thank you for Mayor LaChapelle as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. And on behalf of the National Tibetan Association of Western Massachusetts board members, I would like to thank each and every member of our Tibetan community gathered here for showing your support and participating in today's event. And once again, put a voice to the voiceless of Tibetans inside Tibet. We hope and pray that justice will come our way someday, and Tibetans inside Tibet will live in peace and harmony and peace in the world. Pegalo, Pegalo, Pegalo.